Okay guys, welcome back. I'm up on the poor clay hill and I want to talk to you about breaking clover ground. And so this ground right here that I'm working on right now with the tractor, you can see the clover down there. So the way the year has played out, I'm having to adopt a slightly different technique. So this clover that I'm breaking right here in front of me, it was 6 inches tall, and just the way the years played out, the ground is finally partially dry so that I can work it. Down there is the sorghum and soybean mix and cowpea mix that we chopped last year. You know, I showed you getting stuck on that and having to tag team chop when we were chopping that stuff. I got in yesterday and I did disc that. Went over it in effect twice. And the reason I used the disc there is because there were ruts throughout it and I had to smooth it off a little bit, but that will be field cultivated. It's smooth enough now that I can field cultivate it and make the seed bed anytime, in the next month, month and a half. Back to this first year clover. So what I did here, the clover was too tall, the ground was too wet, and once again they're talking about chances of rain tonight and tomorrow, and so I had to do whatever I was going to do very fast. And so what I did here was I came in yesterday afternoon. In the middles of the terrace, between the two terraces, is the wet ground. That's where you can bury something there, and obviously in the channel, but primarily water comes out of the side of the clay hills here. And so the first thing I did was I took the disc right between the two terraces and did 2 passes with the disc, relatively shallow and relatively fast to open it up. When I got done opening the terraces up, this hill winds all the way around over there to those trees. But after I got the centers of the terrace opened up, then I came back with a plow, and that was about dark last night. And I plowed the terraces. I just had the 4 bottom mounted plow, so there's 8 16-inch plow swaths there. Leave my furrow down in the low spot. That's what I like to do with these pointy terraces. And I started out this morning. I came and I ran the disc 1 pass, and I attempted to disc my furrows shut and smooth off the field. So I did that this morning, and then I went and did other stuff, and now here we are back at noontime. And what I'm doing now is I'm disking down where I plowed last night. It's had adequate time to dry. You can see a nice dry skin on the ground there, and it's starting to get crumbly. So I'm coming back and I'm disking the terraces, and luckily we have had enough drying time that in between the 2 terraces there, in between my plow swaths, you can see that it has dried out, and I'm coming back fast and deeper. By doing that, I will be able to get this first year clover that was very vigorous and was 6 inches tall. I will be able to get this field worked down without plowing the whole field. I don't want to plow the whole field. That just leaves a back furrow in the middle of the terrace there. I want to leave my back furrow down here in the low spot so that the drainage continues to work. And I want to do it as quickly as possible. And so with doing what I have done, I have achieved a seed bed that is very good, and we will be able to come back now and field cultivate this and plant this. If you would have been here with me last night up on the top of the hill there, that real bright green stuff, that's baby alfalfa coming on. But if you would have seen this field and the 6 inches of just solid first year clover that's very vigorous, you would have thought to yourself, how's he ever going to get that seed bed made in a day with rain coming on? But this is how you do it. It's one way to do it very fast. The ground was really too wet to chisel. There's a right time to use the chisel in the spring when you're breaking this first year clover. But the ground has to be relatively dry, or there has to be an extended dry period. If you want to work the ground fast and get it to dry out fast and get that residue gone, a technique like I just used is one that will work very good for you. For those of you who are wondering why I didn't disc the whole field, the ground was hard enough in the furrow here, or in the low part of the terrace, the channel, that if I would have came along just with the disc would have walked around and it would not have cut it clean, and it would have taken a lot more passes to do it. But by plowing those, I not only keep my terraces pushed up, but it makes it very easy to work. And the net effect of when we get done here is we will have a beautiful field, smoothed up and ready to field cultivate and plant, both where I made my mess last year when I was chopping, and then also where I had this first year clover, guys. So there is the finished product, a smooth field on a clay hill where I turned 6-inch tall first year clover into a seed bed. And the seed bed is smooth and it's ready to field cultivate, and we did it a day with rain coming on, and we did not leave a cloddy mess. We have a nice field ready for planting. Thanks, guys.